Hello once again, Dartfish friends. How good is this? We're at the final, as you can tell, prize giving. Well, it's not a prize giving, it's the podium for the Otago Rally.
It's Brighton Rugby Club.
Is it Brighton Rugby Club? There we are. We're on the rugby pitch here, and wow, what a rally it has been, David.
Fantastic. I mean, just walking past Sarah Walker's car.
Just come and have a wee look at Sarah's car, shall we? Look at this.
Just
look
great.
At this.
You know, off on the second stage this morning, back for the last two this afternoon. It's been an adventure for her.
Fair play as well to get back out. You know, the great thing here is, okay, she was off on the second stage of the morning. They recovered that car and she got the last two stages of the rally under her belt. Wonderful. I'll tell you what, we will hear from Sarah in just a short while. But we're wandering, David, through some of these great cars that have been tackling some of these great stages. Today, though, has been quite different from yesterday. A different challenge out there.
Well, certainly in terms of the weather. Okay, we had a bit of rain yesterday morning, but today it's been overcast, been cooler. But in terms of the terrain, three very different styles of stages. Through the gorge first thing, into the forest, and then obviously for Curry Bush, the last stage.
Yeah.
Much more of almost a kind of northland stage with a bit more camber in, but just we're 30k or something south of Dunedin. Yesterday was way further north.
Yeah.
Just either day, take your pick. You know, they're both got such challenge and just so entertaining.
So
just
entertaining.
Great day.
And I tell you what, this has given you the chance to see some of these cars. There's such a great variety of cars that have taken part in this rally. Yeah, you know, yesterday was, thank goodness, a relatively trouble-free day. You know, we didn't see too many bingos. We didn't see too many cars not making it
Turned
through.
around this morning, though,
This
didn't
morning,
it?
that was the first stage, Hellier Gorge stage. Is it Hellier Gorge?
No, I couldn't remember the.
Can't remember the name of it, but
John will know.
John, what's the name of the first stage this morning?
No, the gorge. What's the first word?
Waipori. Hellier Gorge is in the North Island somewhere. Really difficult stage, really challenging stage, that one. And you know, it's the first stage of the morning. Thank goodness most people got through without any problems. The second stage though, David, we went into the forest.
No, because what's his name?
I know someone
Todd went off. Todd rolled, didn't he, in the first?
But
he was running sixth overnight.
Absolutely, yes, you're right. But the real drama happened in the second stage of the morning. What was it, David, that caught them out in that stage?
It was the change in surface. It was really grassy on top, really slippery, a bit of overnight rain. It transformed the surface, and from what they were saying, it was like ice.
Yeah.
I think the more experienced drivers, Hayden, had seen that coming. You can see the surface change coming, but there was a long kind of sequence of corners, and Sarah and Jack Hawkswood went off, and just
really
were too
tricky.
quick. But it's the kind of thing that you absolutely need to bring the speed right down, and when you're going slow, you don't need to slow down again.
Yeah, it's remarkable. Almost walking pace. Well, I'll tell you what, we did mention we'd hear from Sarah Walker. Let's listen to Sarah while she tells us about that tricky section that caught so many drivers out this morning.
Watch this one too. This was super close.
All on the same corner. Ooh, it's Rana.
Yeah.
It's Rana. So that's before and then...
Yeah, so it
was like an S, wasn't it?
It was a long straight, I think 80 or even 100, into a 6 left, straight into a 4 right. And coming in down the straight, you're going pretty quick, and you're like, oh yeah, 6 left. And so I kind of like slowed down, and I thought I had time between the 6 left and the 4 right to kind of drop down one more gear. And I did, but it was already going. And I reckon before Jack crashed, we probably saved about 10 cars from doing the exact same thing. And then even once he crashed, there was 2 more cars that joined him. Yeah, one managed to get out straight away, another one was in there for like 10 minutes. It made me feel like, sorry to everyone else that crashed in the corner with me, but like it made me feel a lot better that I wasn't the only one. And even before they crashed, like seeing people really struggling with it, I was like, all right, it's not just a full rookie thing, it's actually other people are struggling with that. So it's not too bad. I'm doing okay.
Well, many congratulations to Sarah. What an achievement. She really did pick things up during the course of the weekend. It was wonderful to see her really taking on the challenge of rallying with such joy and such delight. And there we go, there's a big smile. That smile hasn't left the face all weekend. Now, let's talk a little bit about our classic section, David, because clearly Mikko Harvinen was the star in the Rosendale Escort this weekend.
He wasn't yesterday, was he? Dean Buist was the star yesterday.
Dean Buist was very much the star, and that was the great thing about yesterday. But Mikko was the superstar.
He was, absolutely.
In the Rosendale
and he was
Escort.
really sensible. We've talked all along about Mikko's desire to not ding the car. Just, he has massive respect for these cars, and he didn't want to damage it. First time through the stages, he was really steady, just sensible, just checking the notes. Second time through, pushing harder. But, in Mikko's own words, we talked to him a lot about Currybush. This stage is something else. We've driven some of the best roads in the world, and then you come here and it redefines everything. There's so much in there. Mikko knew that, and all weekend he's been pretty relaxed about stuff. An hour or so before he went into Currybush, he was sat there watching the onboard, just watching again, just because he knew there was such challenge in there. So many corners over the crest, so many places that could catch you out. Mikko was really wary of that stage.
He really was. And just before the stage started, we had a chat with him. He told us he was going to take it easy through that stage. Did he take it easy?
You should have been in the end of the last stage.
Really? What happened at the end of the last stage, Mikko?
I was still shaking after the stage. Bloody hell, it's a scary one. Like when you, like I thought before the stage that my notes may not be absolutely perfect, but I tried to give it a go anyway. A bit of a Sunday drive. There was one fifth gear corner where I was, because it's so crucial here to be on the right side of the camber, and I wasn't. Fifth gear, just fully sideways, just hoping for the best.
6. Vasen eri yli, pidä 2. Oho. Mikä tää oli? Eri? Oikein, eri ja seuraava oikein koon mennä ja käännä. 180.
Then I just calmed down and okay, let's not throw it in the bin.
We spoke to you an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, and you said you would take it easy through there. What happened?
I mean, it was still easy. I think Patton's record is 18 seconds faster than I did, so you can go a hell of a lot quicker than what I did, but still, going first time, it's a scary one.
100. Pitkä vasen nopea, pidä ja oikein koo yli.
Mikko, it's been 2 magnificent days. How much fun have you had out there?
So much. It's the stages are so enjoyable to drive, and I love old historic cars like this. And the car was running perfectly. It was really good to drive. I never experienced doing stages like that with a car like this, so I definitely want to do it again. It was really enjoyable.
I mean, David, that just shows you the best drivers in the world, the most experienced drivers in the world, got sucked in by that stage. Really couldn't help himself.
But it does. When we were driving through, Cole, in our car, thank you very much, Hyundai New Zealand. It's been absolutely brilliant. Santa Fe, recommend it every day of the week. Even we were getting sucked in. We had to have a second go at it. It was that good, and you've got a bit more camber there. You can lean on the car a little bit. It was just, there was a bit of everything in there. But for me, it was the topography of the thing. We came over that first jump. Not that we jumped at all. Honestly, we didn't. But then you come into this really steep downhill section and twist and kind of corkscrews around. It was absolutely
magnificent
superb.
Stage, it really was. And you know what else was great? Hearing from Mikko there about just how much he has enjoyed this event. And again, we talked about Sarah Walker smile on her face all weekend. It was the same with Mikko Hirvonen. He has been a real ambassador for our sport this weekend. He is such a lovely guy, and I tell you what, I've enjoyed every second of Mikko out here in Dunedin. Maybe we'll see him next year. We'll have to wait and see. Well done, Mikko. He did win the classics, but Dean Buist, as you said, David, really pushed him hard.
He did, and it was. I think it was a surprise to Dean himself that he was getting ahead of Mikko, but he just, again, Dean just needed to keep that in check because he knew obviously Mikko had got a bit in reserve, and we saw that today. He pulled it out and he extended the lead and what have you. But it was just fantastic, great battle, and great to see people like Jeff Judd out as well, and just some amazing cars.
Now, lots of different categories here this weekend. The four-wheel drive category, we've talked a little bit about the Subarus. Sarah was in one. It's a great initiative, this. The guy, Smithy, who's
Mark Smith,
who's running, his son, Tim Smith, debuting in a four-wheel drive this weekend, did a remarkable job. Let's hear from him.
Yeah, it was entertaining, wasn't it? Oh, it was really good. It I always thought maybe it would be a lot different to the Starlet, what I'm used to, but actually it's as simple as going in on the front diff and leaving the corner on the rear diff.
They do say that it's the good rally drivers learn in a two-wheel drive first, don't they?
Oh, yeah, I'd say so. I mean, you've got to go through a rear-wheel drive at some point, so yeah, it's bloody entertaining.
Jeez, what a car. What a car that is. What a performance from Smith Jr. in a car, David, that you and I didn't believe existed when we were told about it. It's quite some car.
We were listening to this V6 engine. What's that? That's, you know, and we've got the most amazing car in America that we'll come to. Keep an eye out on dirtfish.com for a Ferrari engine Subaru, which takes it to another level. This one, though, is unbelievably affordable, reliable, competitive. The real benefit here is there's no turbo. It's not the engine's not generating a huge amount of under bonnet heat. It's reliable.
It's affordability, David.
Yeah.
It's an affordable rally. It's been great.
£25,000 or something.
Remarkable, remarkable. It's been
Even
great
he'd buy
discovering
one.
that.
He doesn't put his hand in his pocket for anything.
Nothing.
There's nothing in
There's
your
nothing in my
pocket.
pockets. Nothing. Look, nothing in my pockets. They're empty. Always empty. David, yeah, wonderful. Congratulations to all our class winners here this weekend. To all our finishers, you've all been winners. You really have. But we need to talk about the man who has absolutely dominated the event. His 10th win on this event. Did you know that? 10 wins.
Yeah.
11 for John.
Do you not
Kerr.
read Dirtfish?
Come on, keep walking, keep walking. We're going to head. There's his car. There, look. And he's behind us. Obviously the man in demand. Lots of media interviews to do. Hayden Paddon has been exceptional this weekend. Not just his driving, you're looking after the team, his media
He hasn't been
responsibilities.
exceptional. He's just been Hayden Paddon. It's what he does. On a home round in New Zealand, he knows exactly what's required and he just delivers.
He really does
every
deliver.
time.
He really does deliver.
In terms of the performance, it is, you're right, it's exceptional. To be 2 minutes ahead
Yeah,
at
incredible.
the end of Saturday, and then to take, nearly 50 seconds out on the Forest stage, first time
Incredible.
through, amazing.
Let's hear from Hayden Paddon, our winner of the 2023 Otago Rally. Win number 10 on the Otago. That's quite some achievement.
Yeah, it's a good number. It's probably a personal goal of mine to try and get that number. So there's a bit of pressure on because you know you've got a lot to lose, I guess, in that respect. But no, good weekend, really clean. Team's done an amazing job. Car ran faultlessly. Learned a lot about the car this weekend. So yeah, hopefully more to come.
We know that you're continually pushing yourself to achieve more, to improve your driving. How did this stack up in terms of your driving this weekend?
Oh, look, we kept it clean in the middle of the road. You know, in these sort of situations, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks because we want the car to come back straight as well. So you do dial it back an edge, if you like, but you're only talking a few tenths here and there. But all in all, still pushing hard enough to make the car work and to learn. But for sure, as I say, you know, once we go back to Europe, we've got to lift the bar even higher, and this is what helps us do that.
We've heard Miko say that these roads are even better than Finland's roads.
Well, that's good to hear from a finish, but yeah, look, everyone that comes here always loves the roads. I've never got anything bad to say. Yeah, surely some challenging stages out there, but us rally drivers, we don't want it too easy. You've got to have some challenging stuff as well. So, no, the more people that come down and get to experience it for themselves, they'll see that as well.
So many congratulations to Hayden Paddon, to John Kennard, to the whole of the Hyundai team. They really have done.
Hyundai New Zealand.
Hyundai New Zealand? You think I'd be able to say that by now, wouldn't you? It's been an exceptional performance. I don't care what he says. It has been an exceptional performance from Hayden and
We've
the
got
team.
to say, talk about Ari Pettigrew as well.
He's
Amazing.
maybe the next thing. Yeah, he's just behind us there. Look, talk about him.
See,
He's
look
just
at
such a slight lad, isn't he? You can almost miss him.
He turned sideways, you didn't see him.
Yes.
The wee
yes,
fella.
you didn't see him.
But
He's a wee
great
fella,
drive.
isn't he?
Just an amazing, you know, given the issue with the engine, the overheating, to manage that all the way through today. It's been fantastic.
Great job.
Really,
and potentially the future of New Zealand rallying. Final word has to go to the organisers and the people of Dunedin who really have done the most magnificent job as always here. They've welcomed us into their community, David, and I've enjoyed every single second of it.
Totally. Rog, Norm, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody.
Everyone, all the marshals,
brilliant.
all of the people involved.
We don't want to leave, do we?
All of the competitors.
I want you to leave, but we don't want to leave collectively.
Off he goes. He's a bad boy, isn't he? Yeah, listen, it is a special rally. It really is. There's something really, really special. The roads are magnificent. The cars are magnificent. Dunedin is the most wonderful place. But more than that, the New Zealand and the Otago rallying community, for me, are very, very special indeed. Once again, an enormous thank you to everyone for welcoming us here to Dunedin and the Otago Rally. We will, fingers crossed, be back next year. Thanks very much, everyone.